Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Tuesday, the 30th of November, 2021. I am your host, the Shozen One, and today I am joined, as always, here at the AOTV studio by the man who I constantly have to introduce as Bogul. Yes. It's that guy who I call Bogul. Hi, how you doing, Bogul?
Hi. Yeah, I haven't changed my name yet. I feel good about that. Yeah. You have to introduce me. Well, you did it again. So
yeah. Well, I have to introduce you as Bogul. I think that's really the thing that I'm.
What else is there to introduce me as? The wacky guy with, I don't know, buttons to click. I don't know, Shozen, where you're going with this.
It's okay. I just referring to the person that I work with every day by some made up name that they use on the internet to mask their true identity. It feels a little weird sometimes. That's all I'm saying.
I think
a little bit of weird role play, you know.
I think by now that should feel normal to us, and I don't even know how you're called. So let's. With that said, what's on the show today?
Well, we have a couple of newsy PSAs, things that are important for players to know. We have to remind them of these things. A couple of things have come up recently, and the developers have been quick to squash the bugs, though there's one bug out there, Bogle.
That's illegal.
It's been
ruled as an exploit.
It went from bug to exploit.
Yeah, that's when the court of law in Albion of the various GM gods band together in the high heavens of customer support and smite down a decree of law that's something is illegal in the world of Albion. And then it gets ruled as an exploit. Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often, Bogle. It really has to go against the flow of the game to really get called an exploit.
We have a video. We'll look at a video of that.
Yeah,
later.
we'll look at it in a few. But let's see, what else do we have, Bogle? We have some Reddit that we've gone and perused, and just a little bit of community news. So why don't we start right away with our PSAs and get right into it? Our show today is brought to you by a brand new, fantastic wardrobe, Bogle. What are we wearing today here?
Apparently something that's white now. Do you see, like, if you look actually at one of the shows that we had previously, the headpiece that I'm wearing wasn't white. I don't know if something got mixed up there, but the new Druid Robe set that has been released with the Awaken update, the cosmetic set, I don't know if it's a visual bug for me, Shozen.
I'm coming over. I think that something might be off for your character here.
Still looks cool.
Yeah, because I see you as orange.
Well, I like that white style of robe, honestly. Interesting. I'll keep it. No, see, Shozen has the same one.
But
yours is orange? So I have
on my screen it shows orange.
Wow, so I have the graphical bug in the client. Okay.
Mine is the same color as the antlers.
No, mine is not.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, interesting. All right. Well, that didn't work out the way I had hoped.
It still looks good, right?
Speaking of bugs, Bogle, let's go right into the big bug of the day.
The big bug of the day. What? I mean, it's. I think the first thing we should say actually that is the Awaken update is out. I mean,
no, yes, it is. Yes, I mean, yes, but the Lands Awakened is out. It has been out for how long now, Bogle?
Last Wednesday. So
last Wednesday. That's not even a week.
No.
What is it? 5 days?
It's a whole new world out there.
6 days.
Reinvigorated world of Albion.
Damn it, Bogle! I can't even do basic math. Today is Tuesday, right?
Somewhere about that day, yeah.
Yeah, and so it came out on Wednesday. That'd be 7 days. I don't know.
Lots of changes, a new weapon line, reworked guild seasons, tons of stuff to explore. So it's out and about. People have been doing their best exploring the new lands awakened of the Albions, and they have been finding some bugs. They have been enjoying themselves. But most importantly, I think it was a pretty good launch We had a lot of people tell us that it's a pretty good update. And so
Yeah.
far, I've seen a lot of happy faces out and about.
Yes, I've seen a lot of happy faces, except for from the QA team, who are very, very busy, and they are working incredibly hard to squash all the bugs. Because when you release something this large, Bogle,
Hmm.
in an MMO, there's going to be a few bugs.
Of course, yeah, always.
And we are now 4 hot fixes in.
That feels like one a day. Wait, math? Not quite. Not
Again,
quite.
well,
Yet.
there won't be one on Wednesday because Wednesday was the update, right?
Mhm.
So the next day would be Thursday. So you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 5 days. So 4 hot fixes in 5 days, and then
Nice.
Tuesday. I guess So it's pretty quick.
Somebody didn't have a weekend apparently. Well, shout out to whoever didn't have a weekend over at SPI. There might be more than one, but I guess.
Oh, I'm sure many of them worked through the weekend, as it is that post-patch crunch. One of the things that I think this is something we can actually talk about a little bit. I mean, we've talked about it in the past. It feels like every time there's a large update, these guys do a fantastic job. These guys and gals do a fantastic job of not only finding the bugs in that update, but squashing them relatively quickly with a consistency. We see a lot of updates. Now, this is a lot of hot fixes in the row. We're used to seeing like 1 patch a week, maybe 2 patches a week for the first few weeks after an update. These are hot fixes, like instant. Let's get them in, guys. Let's go. Come on, chop chop. That's impressive.
Before we look at these really briefly, there is, in case you have missed the news cycle on the new update, there is a thread on the forums by Nesnes that has a little bit of a summary, right? Where you can find all the important links for the update, the update page, the various dev threads, some information threads as well. If you haven't read that yet and you're sort of stumbling upon this, that's a good place to get caught up. But yeah, hotfixes. That's a little bit more relevant for the people who have been exploring already. I think we talked about 2 of them already on Friday. The first one, so we don't need to go over these 2, I think. But the number 3 and 4 were just released yesterday and today, so we should mention these as these are brand new Shozen. And
that's pretty quick.
Number 3 included a fix for the guild might level issue that happened.
Is this what you're talking about when you were watching the EU invasion and you noticed that there were guilds that were almost like Crystal already?
Well, not quite Crystal, no, but
but they were flying through like 100,000 points or something.
Yeah, I saw a screenshot with 100k, and I think on the day I saw some guilds having like 70k of season ranking points. And that got squashed yesterday and corrected. So the guilds that were affected have had their points cut, and the relevant points also reduced again. So now the seasonal rankings look quite different, with I'm Newbie in the first place and War Gods in second so far. So it's
okay. This is an interesting start to the season here.
Yeah, Judicate in third, Bella Ella fourth, Lonely Man fifth. Oh, okay, maybe not a one-hit wonder, Shozen.
Okay, Scoia'tael up there. I believe I have an interview with the GM of Judicate coming up in the next couple of weeks, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, nice. Okay, hi, Smila. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's an open invitation, right? Interviews, if you are a person of interest, or you think you are, or you want to suggest somebody who is, then we are always very happy to interview you guys, listen to your thoughts, listen to your story. I guess the only requirement is that you need to bring some sort of story to the table, right? You
have to be able to talk. Yeah, some kind of thing. Yeah, I have tried to do a couple of interviews where I realized about 3 minutes into the interview that the interview was over.
Are you doing good? Yes, thank you.
But if the interviewee has a story to tell, I am always happy to tell it.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to extend that invitation one more time to everybody who's listening. Maybe you have an up and coming guild. Maybe you have managed something that not a lot of other people have managed. Maybe you just have a cool story that is relevant to the greater lore of Albion or the smaller lore of Albion. Maybe in your community, maybe in a language community, maybe in a certain time zone. Maybe you are an expert on selling hideout cores or something like that. Something
That
fancy,
is
new and
interesting that you
interesting.
bring that up. Yeah. Because I just heard about that just a little while ago, that there's already a Discord set up for the exchange of these cores.
Hmm.
Apparently, people are taking them to their territory and holding them until they can find a buyer,
Nice.
and then running it out there for them. Isn't that sweet?
I mean, I guess the location is secret until you get them. Yeah. Yeah. I like the business venture idea. Yeah. Makes me think. Okay.
Well, it's interesting to see how this is already becoming a lucrative option for the groups that are out there and about. But we are seeing so many groups fighting for them. I think that's the key thing. Is you were talking earlier how you have gotten a lot of messages that people really like this update. I have too, and specifically from that mid-tier guild. The we can bring 40 to a CTA kind of guild. Not bringing 150, bringing 40, maybe bringing a 65 or 70 if we get a really good invasion day. Those guys are having a blast. They're going out there with their 15 to 20 guys and having a lot of fun. We're seeing some very interesting things happen as far as player created content. We saw the return of Elevate recently, and they were baiting with a power core.
Creative use of the new mechanics. Yeah. You just grab one and hide your numbers a little bit. Don't all blob in one area, and then attract some prey that way.
Yeah, it's good sorts of cheese right there. I like it. I just hope people don't become scared of power cores, see a power core on the map and go, I'm not going near it. It's got bad guys.
I'm already afraid of that. Basically, any objective on the map that exists. So I don't know about you, but
Bogle, you know how we said we have some Reddit stories?
yes.
I'm gonna make fun of a Reddit story that I read without giving away the name or highlighting the story too much. I saw in a post by somebody who said Albion would be 1,000 times better if they stopped making it full loop PvP.
And
I was like, did this appear on the Onion?
Satire magazine.
Yeah, satire. And I was like, this is what makes Albion great, that people can come in and start playing Albion and think, man, this game that's 100% a full loop PvP game would be great if it wasn't for the thing that it is. Because it's such a great game besides everything else, but its main draw, I think, for a lot of the players is the full loop PvP aspect of it. But this screams to me that the other things in this game, the supporting structures of this game, are still great. Like, if this guy who doesn't get it, clearly just unaware of what Albion is, like, it would be great, because all this other stuff you have would be great, is if your game was a game that I liked.
I mean, to be honest, there is a lot of salt mining and salt miners in the community, sure, but there's also people who like to plant flowers and have a salt allergy. So it's a mix of things, and it always will be. So yeah.
Well, it takes a good bit of fear to get the adrenaline pumping for some of these events, and little things in this game can feel huge. Like, small achievements can feel huge in this game because of the adrenaline that pumps while you have some sort of risk involved. And I feel like for a lot of us, we're a little bit of adrenaline junkies, and we need that. Like, even you who plays mostly the markets, you need to feel you're playing the markets against other people.
True.
Or why the hell even bother playing markets? It's not like you're going to play Anno. You could play this instead because somebody's going to fight back. You're not going to beat the computer in 2 turns. It's
Have you
this
ever
is
accidentally market sold something that you bought, and then you're like, I'm gonna make a killer 5% margin on this when I resell it and get rich, and then you accidentally sell it for the wrong price? And I don't know, or there was some turf wars about like pricing for bags and in the back of the time. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but I'm thinking of mistakes, Shozen. I'm thinking of mistakes I've made in the past, and I don't. Let's switch the topic. Let's get back to
Pogo. There's a lot of mistakes made. We could talk about.
no. Let's. I want to avoid and remove these thoughts from my memory.
Okay, bigger mistake.
Uh.
Maps or tomes for you?
Second part hasn't played out yet.
Okay.
It's still early.
So
right?
Live Empire.
Yeah.
I'm hitting up chat right now. Live Empire. I saw a big tornado in a map yesterday. I thought it was supposed to release an overpowered boss or enemy hero, but it was just a crystal of power. Nothing happened. Not even a fight. No loot. Just a crystal. Please add something else to those tornadoes. Thank you. You're doing good. Those power crystals are really good for those who can use them. If you don't have a tower, like a territory, they're not so great. There's not a lot of value to them for you. But if you had a territory or you had a guild that had a territory, or even knew a guild you could sell one to, like we were talking about earlier with the power cores, I'm sure there's somebody out there with a territory who would have been like, yeah,
I'm gonna come and take
I'll
it.
give you $1 million silver.
Like,
yeah. Why don't you tell me where you are? But if you had, if you had an ability to turn one of those in for yourself, you'd be like, this is a really good prize, because you're gonna get a lot for that in the might and favor turn in that you would have gotten for turning that into a territory, and that would have been your reward. That's really a group reward object that you went after without maybe knowing the full mechanics around it. That item is something you're supposed to take to your territory, turn it in, and it will level up your territory, give you a bunch of might and favor, and make you a very happy boy if or girl if you have a tower, but not so much if you're just clicking on it because you expect it to drop a giant monster or chest.
Which would have killed you anyway if you tried by yourself.
Right. If you went to a giant elite boss by yourself, probably would have died. Even worse than not getting anything, would have lost all your goodies. But the chests out there are the thing that is designed for you to go open and get a big prize. Like, that's the thing. And there are treasure chests out there right now that spawn in the map that you can see from far away, and you go up, you fight a few mobs and take them.
You don't have to fight mobs anyway.
You don't have to fight the mobs? The good ones you do.
Okay.
There's mobs out there.
There's more in that hotfix, Shozen, that we
I think we just were talking about one thing and went right on into another one. We got to go back to the hot. Okay.
One thing that I know some people were upset about is a chest log save settings thing that didn't persist. That had a few people up in arms. That's been fixed as of yesterday. The demonic fang artifacts are not tradable on the marketplace. That had an issue. Some faction bosses had too much HP. That got turned down again. And apparently the fame buff that you got from leaving a hideout or entering a hideout was purgeable. Which is not the case anymore. Also, some resource mobs in the Roads of Avalon have had their charges changed to proper values, and some direwolves got their durability fixed.
Pogo.
Yeah.
One of those bugs made me guffaw.
The purge one?
Yeah.
It's funny though.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's
I mean, we have.
You can see how that one happened, right?
Yeah, I mean,
here's a buff that you get.
Yeah, we gave up like high fives to the Q&A team all around, right? Being busy, with the bugs and stuff, right? But now I'm gonna go turn that around and go, hey QA, why not try and purge that?
Did you not notice? Well, here's the I
can
see how I can see how that would happen though. Like if say if I'm doing QA, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so there's a buff that I gotta go and test. So I
Yeah.
go get the buff, I go out, do some PvE, and I test it and it seems okay, and then I go back home, right?
Yeah, works.
And then the next day I go out and I'm like, okay, I gotta go test some PvP. I'm gonna go do that, do the PvP, everything seems like it works. I go back home.
Yeah.
You don't think I need to go do the PvE and then somebody needs to hurry up and interrupt that thing for me. Come over and interrupt me while I'm working. Try to gank me or something like that. Yeah, I don't use a perch.
I think it's a
I
way
can
simpler
see how
thing.
that happened. I
It's
can
like-
see how that.
It's like it's a buff. Can I purge it, or can I get multiple of that buff, or does the buff not do?
Yeah,
what
well,
it's
I think
supposed-
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's still fun.
Well,
I think
I
it's
think
funny. It's
there's
fixed,
something to be
whatever.
said for crowdsourced bug testing as well.
Yeah.
Where-
Do you
that
mean-
one's
do you
not so
mean-
bad.
Do you mean a live launch?
Oh, psh.
Yeah, there's the other hotfix as well that got applied today. Resolved an issue that caused some Hellgate NPCs to yield more fame than intended. These are toned down again. Same applied to group resource mobs in the Roads of Avalon. There was also a issue that caused the energy manipulator battle vaults and hideouts to lose their contents when upgrading. Oh, that's fixed.
Oh, whoa. Say that
Further,
again?
When you upgraded a battle vault in the from level 2 to level 3, they disappeared. Further information about replacement of items lost to this bug will be posted in the coming days, so we'll get your stuff back.
Okay, that feels like that one hurts, and I see why there's a announcement on that, and they hot fix that one instead of waiting until the weekly patch. Okay, all right. Well, glad they're on it. It's a lot of quick fixes for some important things there.
Also, the achievement that everybody got when logging into the game, which is completing a level 5 and 7 Crystal League match.
Oh,
that has also been fixed because you didn't win
I've
a level 7.
never won a level 7 Crystal League match.
I was like, wow, I got achievements that I would have never had gotten. So I was like, yes. Hopefully nobody notices.
And I hear that the gallant horse might be a little light on HP. I'm sure that one will be fixed as well, Bogle. It sounds like rather quickly from what I'm seeing from these very, very quick hot fixes. Again, kudos to the testing team and patching.
Yep.
Good job, live team.
So now with that out of the way, and of course the announcements that some of the guild might levels have been fixed. I think I mentioned it before. These have been corrected. If you remember the weekend and you didn't log in since, there was a few funky numbers that has been fixed. But Nesnes not only had to announce that, but she also had to proclaim an exploit. Shozen.
Oh boy, Bogle.
We talked about this at the beginning.
We did. We mentioned it briefly, but this is one of those big ones. This one is one of those ones where it goes from bug that needs to get fixed to guys, stop doing it. We're working on it. If I catch you, you're going to your room.
Yeah. Instant auto attack after dismount. Exploit, guys. If you are affected or if you notice somebody being affected by this bug that allows players to instantly attack after dismounting, even within the area of an enemy player. That is not intentional behavior and considered an exploit, meaning if you are caught abusing the exploit, you will be sanctioned accordingly. If you have been affected by this exploit, please provide video evidence, and customer support may help you out. Working on a solution. Fix soon.
So I'm really going to tell everybody right now they should definitely find a way to record their gameplay. Shadow play works well, and you don't have to do it for very long with the shadow play because it's really something that when it happens, there's a very good chance you're going to die. You'll have some free time.
That is, yeah.
But I would do it. I would.
You're paranoid. I know.
I am. Yes.
It's a PvP game. I can't lose. What?
If I'm not paranoid, Bogle, I'm not paying attention to the game I'm playing.
Sure, we can have different opinions.
Well, see, your opinion is stay inside the city and, risk money against the value of presumed which one is it now? Tomes?
Dead Lizard is asking, so what's considered the abuse? It's being able to attack you right after dismounting.
The way I treat Bogle.
You're not supposed to be able to attack somebody right after you dismount. There is a cooldown before you can use your skills, and there's a way to circumvent that. We're not going to explain how, but if that is the case when somebody clearly dismounted in front of you and then straight up smacks you in the face to prevent you mounting as well, that's the bad thing.
Yeah. You want to show that quick video that I linked you? I gave you a clip from Nizori, who encountered this bug the other day, just so you are all aware of what to look out for.
I guess we're going to show it anyways. All right. I don't know. I don't think he explains how it's happening, but...
Well, no, I just want to, like, if you go to about 20 seconds in, because you don't need the 20 seconds of this, first 20 seconds of this clip. I get it to be full.
Well, he's doing PvE, right? And then...
Yeah, he's just doing some PvE.
He'll notice somebody appearing on the north side there, right? In just a bit. And usually you can make a call, right? Because you can mount up and then sort of, decide to leave. And then notice how he demounts and immediately...
Oh. And look at the shock on his face. He knows that's not supposed to happen. Look at his face. That is the face of somebody who does not expect to start getting hit there.
How could he immediately attack me on dismounting?
Though I will say the look on his face might be worth it.
No, it's not, Shozen.
Just for some meme clips. What?
How could he immediately attack me on dismounting?
No, it's not. It's not worth it. That's me being facetious. Yeah.
Poor Nizori.
Nobody likes to be in that position, but this is why you want to record this, so that if this happens to you, you can get your, get a hold of support and get it taken care of. This is an exploit. So that means, yes, we just showed you what happens. That means do not do that either. Because you don't want to see what happens on the other end of support. And somebody else records it.
ZVZ Beast asks, they fixed it? Question mark. No, it's ruled as exploit, so it's not yet fixed. It will be fixed soon. Until it's fixed, it's considered an exploit. That's how the law works in Albion, right? You have the power as a
but that doesn't explain abusing it, doing it once, or standing out someone's hideout and griefing. I think at this point, if you do it one, Dead Lizard, when you know that it's an exploit, then that's the exploit. Like that's the idea here.
When you're attacking somebody that you're not supposed to be attacking.
If you can demount on top of them and instantly start attacking them, and you do that, and you know you're not supposed to be doing that, that's the exploit. Don't do that. That's the exploit. Not the 7th time you do it. When you do it.
The first time. See everybody raising their finger. It's like, dude, don't. Yeah. So I guess talking about video footage, right? We had our creator Nizori out there and about recording some footage, I guess.
Yes.
Willingly and on his great stream. I think it's time to plug the creator program, Shozen.
I think it's a good time to, as we're sitting here, showing the shock and awe of one of our creators. That's probably the same look I had when I heard that there was a creator program. Complete shock and awe. What? Huh? What? What?
But hopefully not as negative as...
No, it was all positive. It was all positive. I was very happy to see it happen, Pogo. I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the content creators of Albion Online and have been supporting them in every way that I've been able to. And it was great to see SBI finally be able to come up with a program specifically for the creators of Albion. And now there is a fantastic Discord where they're all meeting up. They're sharing ideas. They have new resources available to them and more good things coming in the future. These guys are pretty happy from what I've heard. I've heard a lot of good things from some of the longtime creators of Albion who said, thank you guys for doing this. They kept thanking me, thinking I had anything to do with it. And I was like, no. Go thank Shadowbrick. That's the man who took care of it. And I'm very excited for that one that you're highlighting, Bogle.
Twitch drops?
Yes, Twitch drops. Q1 2022.
That's 4 months, man. So... See, I'm the
didn't
glass
it
half
didn't
empty
say
kind of
that it
guy,
would.
you know?
It's within the next 4 months,
Yes,
Bogle. I
yes,
mean, come
yes.
on. I think this is good news for everybody. And I
I
know,
agree. I agree.
like, if you think about it, like 4 months compared to the 4 years that we've been doing this.
Glass half empty kind of guy. Do you know how it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I post the link in the Twitch chat. You guys can check that out. If you know somebody who has the talent or is just interested in doing any sort of content for Albion and is not aware yet of that program, definitely send them the link. A free premium, free codes to give away, and potentially other things coming in the future, including a nice community where you can talk to some of the community managers on occasion. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
we have a quick question in chat by Turkish Assassin 101. He says that this happened to his buddy the other day and he's contacted support. How long does this take for them to get back to you? It can take a few days, especially when we're in a situation right now where you're expecting that there's probably a higher volume of support tickets than usual because of the release of a major update that we've already discussed had a few issues with it. And you're also seeing an uptick in player numbers who have returned from an absence. So those players have a generally higher ticket count than your average player because coming back, you often have little issues that pop up with the game. Like, how come I can't find any of this stuff that I lost? Well, we're not responsible for where you put your stuff. Thank you.
I wish there was an asset window where I can say, anyways, I lose stuff too. Yeah, but that's what's happening now. Everybody's out and about, enjoying the new update, breaking it in multiple ways, and of course everybody's working on getting that fixed and also on the next steps already. I just wanted to point to it real quick because we have one other next step sort of thing, which is Retroman, one of the game designers for the combat balance, updating the NDA balance thread, which is the place where he publishes the current in-testing changes that may make it into the game soon. That's to give everybody a fair shot at, guessing what the next meta will be or, just being aware of some of the upcoming changes. And that one got updated just a little bit the other day. Apparently, right now, some of the stuff from the Hellfire Hands, the Rival Strike Kestos, and another weapon don't scale with AoE escalation, for example. That will be fixed in case you have noticed weird behavior. And there are some balance changes to, maces, for example, less damage for the leap and the threatening smash.
Okay, I kind of feel that one. I gotta tell you, like the cloth mace builds are some of the most
obnoxious. Let's call it
obnoxious. Yeah, I hate them.
So, somebody salty.
Well, yeah. There's certain things that are more difficult for me to beat than others, and just gonna
found the guy who didn't want to play mace. Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's also the big one in there that I feel like you didn't mention, the removing of the speed on Whirlwind for axes.
You also don't like axes, I presume.
I don't play axes, so I'm not upset by this. Wow. But I think that it's an
important part of the weapon.
It's important, yeah. And it's something that's always been there, and it makes me like the speed advantage of axes has always been a thing, right?
Well,
haven't you? I mean,
I've
always felt
recently, yes. Since
I felt that
rework,
I felt that that's like one of the essences of it is that it can keep up, and that seems to be going in another direction now. So it'll be interesting to see how this actually balances out. If this is a test, because a lot of these are, when they go on the NDA, that's what they're testing. These are the changes that they're testing. This doesn't mean that they're going in. This means that these are what they're testing to see how these changes will affect the current meta and what some of these skilled players think about how these changes would affect the weapons in general. And so, it's interesting to see that this is what he's testing and what direction he has in mind there with the axes.
Mhm. Next thing I have on my list here, Shozen, is a mailbox screenshot of items that have been recovered. Apparently, a hideout has gone down, and we want to talk about that, Shozen. Apparently, a hideout in Red Tree Enclave.
Yeah, we did want to talk about that. Well, the reason we have to talk about that because something else happened before that. Before that hideout went down, Bogle, another hideout went down.
Uh-huh.
An existing hideout had to go down before the new hideout could go down to replace it.
Wait, what?
So,
So a hideout had
my
to
guild-
go down. So Nemesis
yes,
could put their new hideout in Red
no,
Tree.
Nemesis lost. Nemesis lost its hideout.
Right.
Right, and then AAA
Snagged the
they
spot.
yeah they snagged the spot.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm saying. See, my guild Nemesis, who probably told me I had to come to the CTA, and I probably didn't even look at my messages. And they were like, if you had come, we would have been able to defend our... Actually, that's not what happened at all. I talked to Seed, and he was like, yeah, we don't really care about it. Ever since you changed the static dungeon over there in Red Tree, Nemesis doesn't give a shit. We're not interested in dealing with that hideout anymore. It's just something that was holding them back as far as they're concerned. And I'm like, that seems very propaganda-y. But I'll allow it, considering I'm in the guild.
Right.
So I did report that as it was reported to me. But who hopped into that spot there? I think we should give them credit for having taken down
I
that.
didn't see them when I was looking at Red Tree, Shozen.
Did they take... Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Bogle, it was down there in the south. It looks like Arch removed them.
Because you sent me a screenshot of the Scythian.
Mhm. It's gone.
AAA,
Yeah.
but I don't see them. So
Yeah. They're not there anymore. Bogle, they were down there in the... You see that large area?
yeah,
I mean, large for Red Tree, where there's no hideout.
yes,
like-
yes.
It was in there. I'm pointing at the screen, everyone, just so you can tell. I'm pointing where down in the south, that large area, generally in that spot where there is no hideout. That's where they were. So, I guess congratulations to Arch for defending themselves a little bit.
Also, AAA Dove has a level 3 hideout in Red Tree now. Wow. Okay. Dove is really trying to stir up trouble over there in Red Tree.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. See, here we go. I look at the numbers for Dove, and they've got like 224 in that guild. I go, okay, that's a guild that can come over there and cause some trouble.
400 in the Alliance.
Right. But there was only like 40 guys in the Scythian project here.
Uh-huh.
40 guys versus 40,000 guys in Arch?
I don't know how many people Arch has.
There's a lot of Arch.
Wow. I don't know. I'm curious what the internal messaging in Arch is like right now. Whether they don't care or if
They don't care.
If it's like
That's the internal messaging.
It's if you go out and die, that's your fault, and you don't read messages anyway. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So, Arch is one of these constructs that's quote unquote loosely organized. It's that's loose. I don't know if so
loosely organized. That's like saying that if you had like 300 yards of rope, okay, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like 3 football fields worth of rope, and you just picked it up into your arms as best you could, and then carried it really far, and then threw it down on the ground in a room and said it's loosely organized.
Question: can you lift that long off a rope? I don't think so.
A lot of rope. Well, a thin rope, like a nylon rope, you could do that, Bogle. I'm sure you're a strong guy.
All right. What kind of example is that? I lost you.
I'm saying if you had a lot of rope and you just tried to carry it in your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then you just shoved it into a small room, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Like way too much rope for like the room that you're putting, like a small closet, like a broom closet or something, right?
I was just going to straight up do like gluttony jokes and call it like a. No, I'm not. I'm not. No.
It's all there's too much of it. It's loosely connected in that it's a rope, but
Never
it's
mind.
not
Let's move on,
organized in
Shozen.
any
Let's move
way,
on.
and it's just
I
a tangled mess.
I can't get lured in by arch
Okay,
jokes
okay.
and then risk Twitch. So I can't.
All right. Well, since we're on Reddit right now, I want to go to something that I think is a bit more important and a bit more
Mhm.
serious. And I think since we've been talking about Albion and like the job they've done with the hot fixes, I think this is a good topic. I saw on there that the Steam Awards are being voted for. And Albion Online is eligible for the Labor of Love Steam Award. I voted for it, Pogo. You're going to do it right now? You're going to click because I'm going to tell you, if you click on this, it's going to show everybody what other games you play. So you don't want to do that, Bogle. They don't want to see what hentai games you play.
How would why I was muted. I was muted.
Just, it sounded like there was a very awkward silence there. Like I caught you. Like I was like
No,
Roselia was
no,
my host or something.
No. Like, listen, this is where the Albion Online account logs in, and if the Albion Online account has
No. Oh yeah. Let's not find out what games they had.
I don't think I have that. Anyways.
All right. Well, Bogle, I did send you a screenshot of me voting for it, so it shows that you can do it. Show the screenshot. I just want everybody to know.
Where did
that
you
I
send that
absolutely-
screenshot?
It's right there. It's literally the thing that says screenshot under the link that says vote for Albion Online Labor of Love Steam Award. There's two links.
Oh, that
One is the Reddit post that I wanted to promote. And the other one is see that's a picture of
Got it.
Albion. Yeah. My nomination. Now the thing is you have to nominate them. If you like just click on it, it's not going to show Albion Online. It's going to show like other games that you own that came out this year. Like if you bought any game this year, that's what it's going to show. Like I
Also, you basically have to do it.
don't even want to tell people some of the games that it was recommending that I said were a labor of love. And I was like, yeah, it's a labor, but it ain't love. It's more like labor pain.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I just looked at the time, Shozen.
Yeah, we got to get to it. We have a couple more things to do. I did want to talk about that, and we also have I just want to remind everybody: go vote for Albion. I want to see them as one of the probably not the victor because there's not enough of us as players, but maybe an honorable mention because we kick ass, huh?
Okay.
Right? All right. Other things I want you to do on Reddit, Bogle. There's a straw poll on the Crystal League. The great Tazik started this straw poll asking players what they think about the Crystal League and how they feel about playing in it. What's preventing them to play in it? What would cause them to play in it? That kind of question. You want to click on the link and show the different things they can vote for? Look at that.
That's a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah, I clicked on a number of them.
All right. So you can vote on if you played 5 versus 5s before. Okay, and whether you still play. Okay, that's some in-person market research there. It's like all right. Okay. I mean, you got to help out the Tazik. Sure.
No, I think this is important for me too. I am doing a write-up for the beginning of the year on Crystal Leagues for SBI on feedback that from the last year, and you guys hitting up a straw poll would be great. I'd appreciate it quite a bit.
Sure. And speaking of the devil, I think we might plug that poll a few more times with Tazik later on in the show.
Yeah, he'll be here in 15 minutes.
Yeah, we do the Crystal League things, but before we do that, I think we have one last cool thing to show off, which is music.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the raffle. Okay.
Oh, sure. Let's raffle first, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's 3 winners in chat. Go ahead and check the chat if you want to know if you are a winner. If you are one of the winners, please whisper me to claim your prize.
While I get ready to teleport around here, I wish I could do this if I'm not on the show, man. Teleport. Anyway, people are getting ready for the Crystal League, so we should too. But we should not miss the other cool thing, the music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We had the whole dev talk on the music, right? Where Marie Haverman sort of walked us through the process, and they made a whole dev talk about it. Talked about recording the soundtrack in Prague at the I forgot the name, but it's like a big orchestra. And now they actually, with the Lands Awaken launch, they also released the soundtrack for everybody to listen to on the streaming platforms like Spotify and the like, but also on YouTube. So 17 brand new tracks made by both Marie Haverman and Jonne Valtonen, with the city themes, combat and boss music, Destiny board music, hideout music, plenty of cool stuff. So if you're into music, if you're just wanting to listen to some of the Albion feeling, maybe while you're not playing, that's like, I didn't notice how cool the Fort Sterling theme is, Shozen.
Well, you like it, don't you?
It has a very epic vibe to it, which
okay. You know which one I hadn't listened to yet until I started flipping through was the Crossroads there. The starting zones. I like that one. It's pretty good. I hadn't heard that one before because when I had hopped around like to the different cities to listen, and I did the combat one, I did the dungeon one, and I listened to the open world, but I had not really gone back to the starting location. And then when I was listening to them on the package that I got from Marie, I was like, oh, this is really cool. I like this. This has a nice little flair to it.
Is it called Harbor Town?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Humble Beginnings?
Well, Humble Beginnings, I believe, is the tutorial. And then Harbor Town. Right.
How about I just play 1 or 2 of these songs in the background while we wait for Tazik, so we can get, open your ears and listen to that music a little bit while we get ready for the Crystal League. How about that?
That would be great. And you know what I'll do is I'm actually going to archive the raffle we have here, open a brand new one, and I'll pull another 2 raffles when we start the next show, so that anybody who's stuck around for the interlude will have an extra shot at a prize.
Nice. Okay, well, let's listen to some music, and we will be back in just about 5 or 7 minutes-ish, together with Tazik, and then we'll look at some Crystal League action. One of the first times we get to see that live here on the show, so new meta incoming?
We will see.
All right, let's play this.